Yeah, we back. Now, I'm gonna give you the disclaimer off the rip. If you are a socialist, just click off the video now, because today we're gonna be talking about business, capital, selling products, bringing it to the market. We're gonna be talking about business, and I know some of y'all brothers don't like that. But now let's get into it. Rapper Bun B from the legendary group UGK. I don't want to say he's getting backlash, but he's getting somewhat of a mixed reaction on social media because he recently went on a program and he acknowledged the fact that Mexican Americans, they make up a large part of his customer base. Some folks didn't really like that, man. Some black people took offense to that. I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to look at the reactions on social media. And as you know, I'm going to come back on my commentary. Let's go.
If you have a product or you present something to the public, 9 times out of 10, Mexican Americans are going to be not only your biggest customer base, but also your most consistent customer base. You know what I'm saying? That's just math. That's just basic math. And to not acknowledge that when we're talking about hip hop, look, if you make Houston rap music, nobody buys more of your music than Mexicans. No one comes to your shows more than Mexicans. No one buys more of your merch more than Mexicans play your music. It's a numbers thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that we acknowledge their participation and their love of the culture. So I wanted to make sure that when Houston hip hop was on that stage at the rodeo, that a Mexican American could look at that stage and see themselves on that stage too.
Now, before I give my opinion and I get into the reactions, I just want to say we got to keep in mind that Bun B is from Texas. He is from the state of Texas, a state with a large Hispanic population. That's why I say I'm going to attack it strictly from a business perspective. I'm not going to get emotional about it. I'm coming straight dollars and cents, no emotions. We just talking numbers. Now, let's get into it. This person said it's all about money for him. No loyalty at all. Now, when topics like this come up, it really exposes the different mentalities that people have and their different understandings of the world. For example, on social media, you're going to see that there's a slight section of black people that are kind of upset with what Bun B said because they feel like he didn't acknowledge his community. He was supposed to acknowledge the black community first and foremost, where he came from, those who rocked with him from the beginning. But my position is this. I know we like to worship these rappers and these ball players and these athletes and things like that because of how they're glorified in the media. But Bun B is a black man that sells music. He's a black man that sells music. He's no different from a black man that sells toilet paper or a black man that sells alcohol or a black man that sells bottles of water. His product is rap music. Now, if you want to criticize Bun B and talk about if he's loyal to his community, then you got to ask him, where does he direct his profits generated from his business? That's how you really measure up his loyalty. But what I see happening on social media, it seems that there are people who are mad that they didn't get a shout out on TV, right? We want to get the shout out. We want to get the pat on the head. We want to get the acknowledgement. But Bun B is saying, listen, we actually capturing different demographics. You should be empowered by the fact that black music is a commodity that can be sent around the world and appreciated by different demographics, different ages, and different locations. Black music should be an endless source for the community. It should be like selling drugs. It should be like printing money with the way that black music is appreciated around the world. But due to the fact that, like I said, when you look at the people in the executive positions in the industry, the ones that really control the industry, you're not going to see a lot of black men in those seats. So that's why black men ain't really getting the bulk of the profit, ain't really getting the bulk of the money. But I've always mentioned that, bro. Black music should be like printing money for black men. It should be like printing money. Money literally should be falling from the sky because it is so easy to put a song out, to put a song to the market. And we just have an endless pool of talent that it should literally be like just money just falling from the goddamn sky. But like I said, when you are always chasing the position of being the rapper, the entertainer, the athlete, the talent, and you never want to be the executive, you never want to be in the boardroom, you never want to be the person giving out the budget for the album, you're never going to get the lion's share of the profit. You're never going to get the lion's share of the money, and therefore you're never going to have the power. Now, let's continue. This person said, a man should be loyal to his family. That's the only loyalty Bun B owes. Besides that, wanting somebody to be loyal and broke is hilarious. Now, this is the opposite end of the spectrum, right? On the socialist capitalist spectrum. You see, on the extreme opposite end, on the socialist side, they be talking about, man, just give all the money to the poor, man. Give the money to the poor. And on the extreme opposite, on the capitalist side, they just be like, man, a man ain't loyal to nobody but his mama and his wife and his kids. See, I'm not like that, bro. I'm not like that. I'm in the middle with it. I'm in the middle. When I think about money, when I think about capital, I think of it like a weapon. I think of it like a tool. This can be used to not only empower me, my family, but also my community, right? Money is power. I've always looked at it like that. I can use this capital to enrich not only my family, but my entire community. And also, like I always say, a community is nothing but a collection of families anyway. So no, I disagree. I don't think that a man, his only loyalty lies to his immediate family and everybody else can go to hell. I don't believe that. See, that's that extreme end on the capitalist side. That's a little, nah, I'm in the middle with it. I'm in the middle. I believe that, yeah, get your money, bro. Get your money. But when you get the money, link up with some of your other brothers that also got some money, and then put your heads together and really empower your people in a positive direction, man. In a positive direction. Because when you buy into the ideology that you are not loyal to anybody but your family, that's how you can be easily bought out. That's how you can easily sell out, because you can rationalize to yourself, well, I'm not loyal to anybody but my wife and my kids and my daughter and things like that. So everybody else can, jump off a cliff. Nah, bro, nah. I definitely don't agree with that. You definitely got to think of the larger community. But get your money, man. Get your money. But anyway, let's continue. This person said, seems that the lack of loyalty is coming from the fans, if you want to be technical about it. Not for nothing, but Hispanics are also the largest population group in Texas, where he's from. Exactly. That's what I said, man. That's what I said. One thing you got to understand with any business, the number one thing that's most important above actually, getting new customers, capturing a new customer base, is actually nurturing your current customer base, your loyal fan base that comes in every single day, those customers that you can always count on as the backbone of your profit, right? Those people that is always gonna come in and buy. You gotta protect that relationship. You gotta nurture that relationship, right? That's how people come with different things like, okay, we running a sale for our loyal customers, things like that. All type of things to nurture the current customer base they already had. Now, when you're a businessman, when you're an entrepreneur, you don't really have control over who is gonna connect with what you have for sale. You can have an idea, like I want to target this audience, but you never really know who's gonna come in. Like, for example, my channel, really, when I made this channel, I wanted to attack black men, right? I wanted to capture the black male demographic. But along the way, you know what happened? Black women started listening. White women started listening. Hispanic brothers started listening. I even got some Jewish women in the congregation. Like my main demographic is black men, right? I assume the majority of my audience is black men. But along the way, a bunch of different demographics came that I didn't target. It just happens like that. I'm sure when Bun B was a young brother coming up, 17, 18, 19, and he was rapping with Pimp C, God rest his soul, I'm sure he wasn't thinking like, man, we gotta capture the Mexican market. No, he was just like, yo, we just putting out rap songs, bro. We putting out these records, and we just trying to blow up. And along the way, the Hispanics came. He's in Texas. He don't got control over that. That's just how it happens. And you gotta understand, these rappers in Texas, even though they're very regional, they're very local, they got bread, bro. They got bread. I don't even know how they do it. Like, you see somebody like Slim Thug, right? You think Slim Thug is a local rapper. Bro, Slim Thug got money, man. Slim Thug got a big house, crazy vehicles. He's living like any of these rappers on the billboard. But at the same time, he's really a Texas rapper, but he's doing his thing like you wouldn't believe. So when I see Bun B acknowledge the Hispanics in his fan base, I don't think that he was trying to insult the black community. That was not what he was trying to do. I think he's simply acknowledging his customer base, bro. It was no different back in 2020 during George Floyd. You saw all these different companies come out and acknowledge the black community. Why? Because they understand a large demographic of our customer base that support us, that keep the lights on, that make sure we can buy nice things, they're black people. So, George Floyd is happening, everybody riding in the streets, everybody marching in the streets. Let me put out a tweet, let me put out a statement to acknowledge the black community, stand in solidarity, because I understand they're a large part of our customer base, and we appreciate that, and we want to continue that. Now, let's continue. This person said, I've been going to rap shows in Texas for 20 years, in San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Houston. And he is right. This person said, oh man, this lady right here, she be sucking Tariq Nasheed off and things like that. She said, people hate black Americans so much, they need Elvis, K-pop, Caribbeans, Africans, and Latinos to steal our music and plaster their faces on it so their people can enjoy it while maintaining hatred. It's good to know. Okay, listen, bro. I'm telling you right now, like I said in my video last week, there's a lot of people in our community. They suffer from all type of mental illness, different type of ailments they won't tell you about, all type of mental disorders they've been diagnosed with. And I think that if we understood that, we would just ignore people like this, man, because how does Bun B simply come in as a businessman saying, listen, the Mexicans is buying all the product, bruh. That's all he said. The Mexicans is coming to shop. That's all he said. And instead of you just being like, hey, bro, get your money, man. Get your money, big bro, for sure. Instead of you just being happy for your brother because he has a successful business, you mad because you didn't get the shout out, bro. Come on, man. You didn't get the shout out. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the shout out. You were looking for the power. You looking for the shout out. You looking for the pat on the head. You're not looking for the power. You're not looking for the money, man. You're not looking for the real, because guess what? And I say it all the time. A lot of people, especially in our community, in the black community, whatever, a lot of people don't understand the difference between symbolic power and actual structural influential power. Because what she's mad about the symbolism behind it. I wanted to get the shout out. How come you didn't give me the shout out? You know, she just mad. But at the same time, you're not looking for the real structural influential power, right? The dollars and cents, the money, the profit, the bag. You're not looking for that. You're not looking for that because you should be like, all right, Bun, get your money and make sure when you get the profit, come back and do good for your people, which I'm sure Bun B does amazing things for his people down in Houston. I always hear about that. Bun B is a great guy. Like Bun B, you never hear nothing negative about Bun B. You always hear this a great guy. He's for the people. He's a good guy. You never hear anybody speaking negative about Bun B. So at the end of the day, man, you know, stop looking for the symbolism, the symbolic power. Come look for the real power, man. Get the real power. Get the real power, man. And stop listening to, you see, Tariq Nasheed got people sounding so stupid, man. Jesus Christ. Going back to what I said, Bun B is simply a man that sells rap music. He's no different from the Arabs that sell gasoline at the gas station on the corner, right? So if an Arab hopped on social media and was like, man, shout out to the blacks, you know, shout out to the blacks that come every single day and fill up the tank. You know, if he's in a black neighborhood, that's the demographic that he's selling his product to. I'm sure other Arabs are not going to get mad at him because, damn, why you ain't acknowledge the Arab community that gave you your start, that gave you your seed capital? Why you acknowledging the blacks? No, the Arabs going to be like, hey, get your money, big bro. Get your money, man. Run up that bag. Matter of fact, put me on game. Put me on game on how you got the gas station so I can get the gas station down the block. Because let me tell you how a true capitalist would interpret what Bun B said. He wouldn't get offended. He wouldn't get mad. He would be like, okay, the Mexicans buying up the product down in Texas. I bet. I'm about to sign an artist up in Texas. Say no more. Say no more. I'm about to sign an artist up in Texas and we're going to run up that bag. The Mexicans are a reliable customer base down in Texas. Bet. We about to get the money. You see, a black man who has a brain wired like that, he's not going to be upset at what Bun B said. He's going to be like, say no more, big bro. Say no more. I see how y'all getting money down in Texas. I'm trying to get that money too. And everything comes down to demographics. You go to New York, you're going to have a different fan base up in New York. You go to LA, you're going to have a different fan base up in LA. You go to Texas, a different fan base down there. You coming out of Atlanta, a different fan base down there. You coming out of Florida, a different fan base down there. Either way it goes, they all spending money, and the name of the game is to make sure that money gets into your pocket. That's all it's about. And once the money is in your pocket, you are free to do whatever you want with it to enrich yourself and your people. And I don't know this lady personally, but I bet she's the type of person who's always complaining about the different immigrant groups coming into the black community and capitalizing off the black community, the black dollar, the Asians, the Arabs, things like that. But I'm just saying you could do the same exact thing to those populations. You could do the same exact thing. You can set up shop and sell products to those people and take their money the same way you complain about them taking your money. But like I said, a lot of y'all don't think like that. Y'all don't think on a higher level. Like Chaotic Truth said, there's the superior thinking blacks, the cerebral blacks, the higher thinking blacks, and then there's the regular blacks. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chaotic Truth. Let's continue. This person said, a microcosm of what's wrong with American blacks right here. We're so concerned with welcoming other races into our culture. No one is making us feel welcome into anything, not even their neighborhoods. Now, y'all gotta put the Tariq Nasheed broadcast down, man. I'm telling you, that shit's starting to rot your brain. Like I said before, black music, it should be like selling drugs. It should be like money falling from the sky due to how easy it is to put out a record, how easy it is to put out some content in the modern day. And due to the fact that black music is consumed and appreciated worldwide, this is an endless money supply. But because y'all don't think like that, you want to limit a black man from expanding his audience, from expanding his market base or capitalizing or appreciating his current market base that has supported him for the past 20, 30 years, how long he's been rapping. Bun B did not insult the black community. He did not diminish the black community. He simply gave a head nod. He simply gave a shout out to a demographic of people who has supported him for a very long time, I'm assuming. And because of them, along with a lot of other demographics, including the black community, he is able to buy his wife nice things, send his kids to good schools, make sure his family is well taken care of, things like that. He's simply showing appreciation, man. And Bun B has always showed love to the black community. He's always acknowledged the black community, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta relax, bro. Y'all gotta relax. Business is business. Business is business. Let's get into it. This person said, Bun B has 30 years of research and who shows up to his shows. There are tons of black people that are on hand. But you know who else is always there? Hispanics. In fact, there probably isn't one rapper in the city who can say this isn't the case for themselves. And going back to what I said earlier, that's all about demographics. Just like if you set up shop in a black neighborhood, your customer base is going to be black. And also, as a business person, you don't really have control over what your customer base is going to be. You might target a specific audience, and next thing you know, your audience becomes something totally unexpected. It happens, bro. You have no control over that. Like I said, my channel is targeted towards black men, but in my audience, we got white women. I don't know how it happened, but it is what it is. Let's continue. This person said, I don't know why we have to keep having this conversation. It's impossible for Black Americans to gatekeep anything in an economy we do not own, run, or predominate. Now, what you got to understand, when you're talking about economy, you're not supposed to gatekeep economy. You know, you're supposed to open your doors to whoever's willing to buy what you have to sell. You're not supposed to sell to one person. Who does that? Y'all ain't real capitalists, man. Y'all ain't real capitalists. Y'all ain't real businessmen. Y'all ain't really getting to the bread. Even when somebody says this is a Black-owned business, that doesn't mean that we are only going to sell to Black clientele. That's not what it means. In my opinion, this whole discussion is being blown out of proportion. It's no different than, like I said, during the Black Lives Matter protests, a bunch of white-owned companies, a bunch of companies owned by different groups of people, they came out and showed their solidarity with the Black community because they understood their demographic and their customer base. They wanted to show appreciation. That's all it was, man. It's no different than what Bun B is doing right here. He's simply giving a shout out to a demographic of people that supports him, man. That's all it is. It's all it is. Let's continue. This person said, commercial rap is a business. Being a Houston rapper, his experience is Mexican Americans supporting rap the most financially as far as show attendance, merch purchasing goes, and he simply wants to acknowledge their participation, being that they seem to support more financially. Like I said, man, demographics of the place, man, demographics of the region. Now let's continue. This lady said, you go to a Bun B show right now, it's majority Mexicans. You go to damn near any Texas rapper show, it's Mexicans. Why do you think Texas artists are able to sustain their lifestyle for decades after their last hit? Because they already knew the formula. Bro, I told you, these rappers down in Texas, these rappers down south, I'm telling you, they're regional, but they riding just like the rappers on Billboard, bro. They pulling up, and bro, I don't know how they do it, man, but I'm telling you, it's just like the rappers that go to Europe, that go overseas to Europe, and they just go tour in Europe, and they still can get the bread. It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. And I think some people may take it personally because, like I said, we glorify these rappers and these ball players and these athletes in the media. So I guess we feel some kind of attachment. But Bun B is no different than anybody selling any other product. He sells rap music. Somebody else sells computers. Somebody else sells cell phones. Somebody else sells cars. Somebody else sells t-shirts. Even taking Kanye West, for example, his Yeezy brand. Are Black people the backbone to Kanye's sales when it comes to Yeezy? I don't think so. You got the Asians, you got the white folks, you got the Hispanic folks, you got everybody around the world wearing Yeezy. I'm sure back in the early days when Kanye West was creating the company, he didn't imagine it like, yeah, we're gonna attack the Asian demographic and the white demographic. He was just like, I just want to make some fly shoes. I just want to make a fly product and bring it to the market. And hopefully my people rock with me. And then along the way, a bunch of different demographics came and bought his product, man. So stop being emotional about it. Like I said, in capitalism, ain't no emotion about it. Ain't no emotion. If you want to measure his loyalty, ask Bun B what he does with his profits generated from his business. That is where his loyalty will lie. But when it comes to who he sells his product to, ain't no emotion in that. Ain't no emotion in that. He could be selling Chinese food. Listen, stop getting upset about that, man. Anyways, it's your boy Neferkari Desaline. Cash App up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.